Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Let me know if you hear me. Test and make sure everything's up and running, that the audio is on. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. I hope everything is going well. Let me know, you guys out there, if my audio is on okay. Just want to make sure everything's up and running so we have a smooth live stream. My little doggy Lily. Yeah, good girl Lily. Okay. Yes, hello everyone. I hope the sound is up and running. And yes, today is Sunday afternoon, and it's June 23rd, 2019, and the time is 1:20 p.m. Yes, I'm a stickler for time and everything. I like to notate when I do videos the day and the time everything's going on. Yes, I'm going to begin the live stream now. Yes, for those of you who have been following my channel Spirit Journey, I've been out. I haven't been on YouTube. Well, about 2 weeks ago, on the 8th, June 8th, 2019, YouTube had pulled a video from my channel Spirit Journey, and they said because of the content of the video, they're actually going to I forget the terminology that they use, but it's to make it so that I cannot upload videos, I can't post anything, and no monetization. So yeah, it's a ban. And the video that they pulled was let's see. There were actually 2 videos, but this was the second video. The first one was a warning, but the one that they pulled on June 8th of this year, 2019, that one was on. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my little boy. He has to protect us. When he hears a noise, he has to interject. Oh, okay. Thank you, all me, loud and clear. Thank you. I'm glad that you responded. Yes. Quiet. Anyone want a dog? A little Pekingese? He's a good little boy. My apologies for that. Okay. So the video that was pulled, it was a part of what I call the Connect the Dots series. And a lot of times when I do videos, like I might do an initial video, and then sometimes when I do it, other thoughts come to me, and I add on to the video. And I might, in this case, I did like a 6-part video, series of videos, but they're to be consumed like one, in sequential order, because the ideas came to me one after the other. And one of the videos was about the Black church and how the church is being infiltrated by outsiders from our community. Now again, it's nothing wrong of people visiting any church, any denomination, and isn't it all about spirituality? So all is welcome. And I've been to many churches in my lifetime, and I like to learn about other people, have different experiences. So my video wasn't about saying that people cannot come, but that you have people from outside of the Black community wanting to start churches in our community and then control it. And I made some specific examples, and I did use some. I was a little strong, a little bit. I don't. Again, I don't, I'm not. I'm not using profanity or anything like that. But for me, I felt I was. My emphaticness was based on what I felt being someone being a community being in danger. And so that's where my drive was coming from. Not about hate, but about protection. Just like if someone broke into your house, you're going to sound the alarm. And so that's the spirit of where I was coming from. And because I made a specific, I called out a specific group as it pertains to that specific incident, because I made mention of something that I was that I was exposed to. So someone that a minister told me what happened to him, and so I felt on my heart to warn what could happen, because I do feel that churches, or synagogues, or mosque, or any religious institution, not just the Christian church, any religious or spiritual institution will get infiltrated and will be monitored. And so that's what I posted. And so let me just show you here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I'm toggling between different screens here. Let me see. Okay. So I'm just trying to find the information. Okay, let me just show you this screen here. Okay. So what you see here now is the video that was pulled, and it's entitled Infiltration Upon Black Neighborhoods via Church Planting in Black Neighborhoods, Part 6. Now, this video, again, is one of several videos that's actually a part of a continuum. And as you see here, it was removed, according to them, due to inappropriate content. Okay? So let me turn it back. Yeah, I just want to verify. When I say something, I like to try to verify it so I'm not just talking out of my head. Let me see here. And there were other interviews, like, oh, let me show you this. Let me see here. Oh, yes. And I have to fix this also. Let me change back that screen. Just a moment. Okay, so you can see here, it's called Addendum to Mill Puppet and Doll Vision, Parts 2 and 3. This is an audio. And as you see here, it says, not suitable for most advisors. Request review. Now, I'm surprised about this. I'm just seeing this now. Okay, I haven't really been looking at my channel for the past week, but I did put up 2 videos post, like what YouTube did to me when they pulled my video. They blocked it for a week, and then right after that I did post 2 videos, but I didn't really screen through to see older videos if anything was changed on it. I'm just seeing this now today. Now this addendum to the Mill Puppet, I think this was also part of the same continuum, you know, the series and this series led into, you know, like one thought led to another. But as you see here, they're blocking it, and as you see here, it says request review. Okay, I want that to happen. And what this video is about, let's see, the doll vision. Yeah, interesting that they did this. Now, I was just, in this instance, just relaying of something that I saw, about something that I saw in a vision, in my close eye vision. And again, many of you who have been following my channel, you know that I share about some of the things that I see when I'm in the early morning, when I first awaken from sleeping or even dreaming. I keep my eyes closed and I just relax in my bed, and oftentimes I start to see a vision, three-dimensional, and this was one of them, about a male puppet. So I don't know what offended them in this video. I have no idea. But let me just click on it. Click on it again. And to show you how it's done. Okay. So I'm going to press on this, request manual review. Press I confirm my video is suitable for all. It should be. Okay. Let me save changes. Okay, let me go back. It's a little slow. Okay. Yeah, so that's the video that they pulled, and then further down, I just want to make sure that it took. Okay, about the addendum to the male puppet. Yes, so that would be reviewed manually. Okay. So I notice also with my videos that a lot of the things that are questionable, it's for whatever reason always not suitable for most advertisers. And I've made mentions of this before, and I already showed that, what's done. Let me go back on screen so you see my face. Okay, so this is what's happening on my channel, that I might put up content and they'll get pulled. I did mention a little earlier that it was actually 2 videos that was pulled. It was the second video that caused me to get banned for a week, or punished for a week. So I couldn't upload, I couldn't do live streaming. I think my monetization might have gotten canned. I'm not sure about the monetization, but at least I'm not able to put up any more content or post or pin anything on my channel. But I have a backup channel called Spirit Adventure, and on that one I did post maybe 2 videos, but I think as a result of them initially pulling the video on my Spirit Journey channel, I felt a little bothered, and it had me thinking. So, fast forward a little bit. This morning I got up and I was watching a YouTuber that I like watching. And this YouTuber had me thinking that, it had me thinking about if someone is what I'm hearing, is it legit? And then this YouTuber, again, I'm not going to mention names or anything like that, but she had me thinking, and then she kind of cued my memory about a YouTuber that I was watching 2 years ago that I stopped watching, because the 2 look very similar, but the different type of content. But I said, hey, I wonder, is so-and-so still on YouTube? And so I keyed in her name on YouTube, and her website, her channel is still up, but her format really changed. Now, when I first saw this YouTuber, it was actually 2.5 years ago, and I thought initially she was one way. I thought she was a real down home, black Southern girl, young woman, and I thought she was I thought it was interesting, and so I watched the video, and she was considered what you call a conservative, and so I said, yeah, let me watch her channel, and then I started to see the development of the channel and other things. And again, I'm not going to mention names, but I my watching the video, like I watched maybe uh, a part of one video today of her, and I said to myself, I'm not sure. Oh, I remember. She made mention of an event that happened. I did not know about. Well, I didn't know about the individual, but she made mention of a young teen. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this person here. Let me just blow it up so you can see the screen. Oops. Okay. Now this individual, his name is Kyle Kashev. And why I make mention of him is because of I'm thinking different things now. Okay. Now this individual, for those who don't know who he is, and again, I just learned of him today, the name. And this YouTuber that I was following 2 years ago made mention of him. And so I checked 1 or 2 videos about him to find out what happened. Well, what's happening with him is that in Parkland, Parkland is a town in Florida. And this particular shooter was at his school. And let me see what else here. Just a moment. Okay, let me see if I can get there was something else about him. Okay, no, it's not there. About the individual. I want to see if I can find the face of the individual. Let me just go. Hold on a moment. Okay, I'm sorry going back and forth. I want to try to find if I can find the other video just to see the face. Okay. Now the boy that I just showed you, he was a student in in high school, and a shooting occurred. Okay, let me see here. Just take a moment. Okay. I'm trying to find. Okay, and put this up. See what happens when you're toggling. I want to see if they. Okay, I see his face. Oops. Just trying to back it up. It's like when you get it. Okay. Make the screen big. Okay. Okay, do you see on the screen here, this Parkland shooting, this teenager attended the same school, and he started shooting, he had this massive size weapon and started shooting his fellow students, and they did apprehend him alive, and I thought that was interesting that he was caught alive. He killed about 17 people. Okay, let me switch it back. Okay, so the second child is the person who murdered several students at this school in Parkland. It was a high school. And the first boy that I showed you, he was also a student at the time, and he still trying to toggle back and forth. Yeah, he he survived it. Nothing happened to him, but he started. Let me put his face back up. The other student, just so that you can see who I'm talking about. Okay, now this is a student that survived. Nothing happened to him, but he was at the school at the time of the shooting, and he started speaking out against the policies that happened. See, it's a lot of controversy about the Parkland shooting. A lot of things were not adhered to, like the shooter or the alleged shooter had come to the school, and the door was unlocked. He just walked in the school. There was a police officer outside of the school at the time of the shooting, but he stayed outside, but he called for backup, so it was a 5-minute delay. And this the shooter also had he was known by the FBI and other agencies that he was a risk, a high risk. So for the FBI to know about the alleged shooter and do nothing to intervene, and I think the boy also was on medications, and so the shooting happened, and so of course it's an outcry. And so this boy that you see on the screen right now, he was maybe around 15, 16 years of age at the shooting. This was again about 2 years ago. And he and other students, people of his community spoke out, and they wanted to put limitations on having firearms. Now, this person here, even though Kyle Kashov was he was against the shooting just like everybody else was, but he's not against banning firearms in the state of Florida. But many of his peers believed in that, to ban or to seriously limit the access of having weapons, for adults to have weapons and to use them lawfully. But so this boy spoke out, and he's for gun, but not the banning of guns, and so he's now unpopular. Now Trump heard about this boy. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, he gets, okay, so as you see here, Face the Nation had posted this video. He was a guest or invited to see the Trumps, as you see here on this screen. And the boy, Kyle, is in favor of guns, and that if the people like the teachers, whatever, had guns, they'd probably be able to shoot the killer. So his beliefs were not embraced by many people, and so here he's just a regular student. It turns out he was the number 2 person of his school, number 2 in academic scores, the number 2 graduate of his school. And it turns out now he's just a kid, gets invited to see the president, and I think he did other talk on in the media, like on television. But you have his opposition, and the opposition was telling that was trying to thwart him speaking out. Okay, so what did they do? Well, it turns out that his so-called friends and other people had outed him about a particular matter. Yes. Let me see if I can find that video. Okay. Yeah, the boy said something before the shooting, sometime before the mass shooting at his high school. Again, he's a teenager. And again, what I'm going to say is not, I am in no way condoning or saying that I approve of his comment or behavior. Not at all. What he said on social media about a particular matter was not right. It was very immature of him. Let me see if I can find this here. Okay. Okay, this will just take a moment. Yeah, I'm trying to find. Yeah, this guy had said he used some very pejorative things. He said the N-word and comments about Jews, and he said something when he was referring to a woman's body, the breast. He used a more vulgar way, about describing breasts. It was very, very vulgar what he said. Let me see. I want to just see if I can find that. Okay, let me go on my history page. Okay. I'm just scrolling down. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see what's on this one here. I'm trying to find. Okay, let me just show you at least this page here. Okay. As you see in this page here, let me blow it up a little bigger. Okay. The boy, he applied for Harvard school. Let me see if I can find something else. Okay. As you can see on this screen here, the Parkland survivor speaks out after Harvard rescinds admission over past remarks. Okay. Now I'm still trying to find his remark. Let me change the page here. Okay, I want to try to find the remarks because I don't want to just keep on scrolling in front of you. Let me see. To show his actual. Let me see here. Okay, he did apologize. Let's see. Let me show you what his apology was. I can at least do that. Okay. This is by the young boy, Kyle Kashuv. And it reads, 3 months after being admitted to Harvard class of 2023, Harvard has decided to rescind my admission over texts and comments made nearly 2 years ago, months prior to the shooting. And again, he's referring to the Parkland shooting in Florida. Okay, I have some thoughts. Here's what happened. Okay, that's what they're sharing there. Okay. Now again, I'm showing this not to condone or make excuse, but I want you to know, to document what's going on. Let me see here. Okay, admission. No, that's not it either. It's like when you want to find something. Yeah, I just watched maybe 3 or 4 videos. So you know what was said. Okay, so it's not that video. I'll find it. I want to at least show what was said. Okay, let me see if it's this. Let me go back to my history page. Okay. Yeah, I think that's important to actually show what was said or not said. Maybe it's this one here. Okay, this one has it. Okay. Yeah, so we know, so we're all on the same page. Okay, let me show it. For those people who don't want to see the N word, wherever, you could just, you know, um, walk away and come back later on. I'm just going to show the screen, just so that it's documented what was said or not said. Oh, wait a minute, let me just see. Okay, it doesn't have his name. Someone else put up, let me see here, wait a minute. Okay, this channel posted what was allegedly said, but I want to get something that that has his name. Let me see. Okay, well, this one actually has his name. Let me at least show you this screen here. Okay, so this is one of the posts that he put up, and again, it's very not nice. So you see that I'm not going to even say what he's saying, but it's very immature. And let me show you something else that was him allegedly saying. Let's see. And this is another comment that he said at the same time. Again, this other YouTubers posted this. Okay. Now I don't even really understand what the whole point of him saying this. It's not nice. It's very ugly what was said. Okay. Okay, I just want to show you just briefly what was said. So, what's happening now is that, again, I'm not condoning. I think what was said was bad, and there were other things I saw that he said, but I cannot find it. But either way, he's about 16 years of age, and he's posted what he posted, and because now he had got in contact, well, the Trumps had invited him to the White House because the boy is still interested in protecting your rights to be able to have arms, use your arms. And so you have people who don't believe in being able to, they believe in gun control, okay? And so now some people have found out about him because now he's on being invited to the White House, and he was on the news, and so his stance on it. So someone, in essence, outed him about something he made. It's something that was said prior to the shooting, and so now Harvard Law School, I'm sorry, I don't know, I said law, I meant to say Harvard School is pulling back his acceptance into enrollment in the school. So I was thinking, I said, now again, I saw this video earlier this morning, and it just had me thinking. I was thinking about my video being pulled, and that I wasn't able to post anything online. Monetization was stopped, and then a lot of my videos, they say that it's not suitable for most advertisers. So it had me really thinking about everything, and how the whole concept of how social media is changing what it's turning into. Again, I've been on YouTube now for over 4 years, and I kind of like developed over time. I thought YouTube was just like a toy, something that you can watch videos. I don't have a television set, so I said, "Why? I can watch videos." Then I learned that you could actually write comments and communicate with other people. So it was like really amusing for me. But now, YouTube or social media in general, like tweeting and what do you call it? I don't even know all the names, but you know all the social media that's being used nowadays. And so it's it's being censored, and I'm being censored. I'm being told now that, indirectly, social media is telling me, okay, you can have a channel, but we don't want you to talk about certain things. We don't want you to talk about some of the visions that you've seen, and asking other YouTubers, do you know what this means? Or has anyone else seen these things? Or again, pulling the video for whatever, for reasons that they say that is offensive, things like that. But yet we all see on YouTube there's plenty of content out there that's designed to offend, that's designed to just shock. Now this boy Kyle, he again was 16 years of age, and I'm thinking back when I was a teenager, and the immaturity that most of us have, and it doesn't excuse, but now this kid's whole life is being changed overnight. Now again, this happened 2 years ago, and it was before the shooting. And the boy said, like, after the shooting, I think a shooting would change anybody overnight. And he has a different attitude about life, the boy says. And I would believe something like that would change drastically someone's life. But now he's being told you can't attend this school because of what was posted some time ago. And again, what's interesting about this is that he wasn't outed by a black person. He was outed by his former friends and some other person on social media, and not a black person. So again, it's interesting that it's like someone could say something horrible about blacks, but it may not be a black person that notified Harvard School and to get him banned. But it's a whole political thing. So it's not about loving black people and outing the boy, but it was because of what I feel. Again, I'm not condoning, I'm not approving what the boy wrote on social media. Again, it was not nice. It was tacky. But that his comments about a group is being outed by an outsider, and it's to cause him harm because you have a political agenda. And the political agenda wasn't to stop using the N-word. The political agenda was to squash the boy because he is pro-gun amendment, while you have his opponents who wants to ban your right to own arms. So that's what this is all about. So why am I even talking about this? Well, you have this is teaching me that the social system now is not about so-called right and wrong. The social media is now about political agenda, and the political agenda is saying is censoring your rights. You're censoring to share certain type of content. I'm not talking about the content that's designed to just shock you, things like. I'm not talking about that, okay? But to limit what you can say, and approving those agendas. And it seems like the media at large wants the banning of freedom of speech, to have weapons. Now again, I don't own any guns or anything like that. I am for life, and I want people to have freedoms. But slowly but surely, I'm seeing that we're being squashed. And that's why I'm doing this video. And I want the freedom to share certain content, whether it's about a dream or vision that I had, or trying to warn people of my community about a certain event, certain things that had happened within the church, and it's being used to control you. And so, yeah, the video that I did on the church was that someone from a particular group wanted to start. This individual already had a church. He was a black minister. He had a storefront church, and this outsider from of the community wanted to start a church and have him run it. And the pastor thought about it, and then he realizes, no, don't do it. And then in contrast, I knew another black minister, another fellow, but this one was older. Well, the event happened. Well, this other minister, he was very young at the time. He was a troubled youth, and he gets approached too by an outsider, someone outside of his race and community, and gave him a proposition to, hey, I'll send you to school and you become a minister. He did. Fast forward, now the guy is in his 60s. And the people that helped him start up, there were two men, one older and one younger. Like, I guess being tutored, trained how to do what they were, trained to do. But the black minister was yelling at them, and visibly agitated. And it's like his manhood was his power, self-power was, I guess he thought, was being taken away from him. It turned out that these guys are the ones that, well, the older one put him in shop, so to speak. And so the video was really contrasting what will happen to you if you allow someone from outside get filtered into your community and to start something. It is to control. So that's why I did the video. And then I get censored and get pulled. I was being very honest. So being honest is not good enough. Being honest and warning people of your community might be considered hateful. I hated what was done, but a sense of just hating because I feel like hating, no. So it started to really get me thinking. And so for the past 2 weeks, again, the video was pulled on the 8th of June of this month, 2019. And so I had that whole week. And then the second week, I did put up like 2 content to see if it was still, was I able to upload, and I saw that I was able to upload, so I know that the ban was off. But it still had its lingering effects on how I feel inside. And that's also why I'm doing this video. I feel that society is changing so quickly. It's like, what freedom do you really have? And I'm starting to get tired of the things on YouTube. It's like I've seen it all on YouTube. I feel maybe I'm just getting bored, but it's having me think: do I really want to do this? Why do I want to do this? Is it fun anymore? It's not fun when you feel like you can't have the full freedom. I mean, again, use wisdom on what you're saying. But again, sometimes things get the best of us, and maybe we express ourselves a little bit too strong at times. But here, again, referring back to this boy named Kyle Kashuv, and how you have people who using his mistake. It was a poor mistake the boy made, but for a 16-year-old, and to target a 16-year-old boy, well, now he's maybe 18 years old, and then make it so that he cannot go to that college, and it's too late for him for this coming year to enter, to reapply for another college. You have a time frame when you want to go, let's say in the fall. You have to have your paperwork in at a certain time so you can enter maybe the fall semester or the spring or whatever. So he has to wait until the next semester to apply to another school. And this could hurt him to get into any other college. And that's also what's really something. So if someone doesn't like you on social media, and again, you're just a kid starting out, whether you're 17, 18 years of age, because you said something, it wasn't nice what it said, but if you examine, like what, I mean, what you show should be the real you. And again, it's something that happened before the shooting, and now the realization, hey, this happened. I survived the school shooting. I feel like, did they need to do that to him? Did they need to one thing if it's an adult, but someone who was just starting out, and it was a minor at the time, I think it's kind of harsh. That's just how I personally feel. And again, it wasn't someone from the black community that outed him. If they didn't out him, then why it's just problematic for me. I know that maybe some of you who are listening to this video may not like me to say that the stance that I'm saying, but I'm being honest, and we all make mistakes. If the mistake caused someone their life, was it something that was a continual thing, or just a teenage boy prank or whatever? But to harm someone that could last a lifetime, a whole lifetime, he didn't even get started yet. So I don't know. There's plenty of video content out there that's vulgar. I am tired hearing the N word, but I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm just really reevaluating everything on social media. Do I really want to stay on? One thing I can say, during the time of my absence on YouTube, I did do what you call my audio files that I want to post up. I have about maybe 7, I think maximum 7 items that are pending to be, is to be uploaded. So I know I want to at least get those out the way, and then I think I might do a breather, or if I do anything, just do the live streaming, just to get a quickie out there. Outside of that, I think I really need to go within to really evaluate my what I want to do with my life, because like it's very telling when you are being restricted. I like freedom, and again, I want to do this because I have fun doing it. I really don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of now like lost for words, but we all really got to start examining, who's going to be next. Who else are they going to prevent from loading up videos, or just outright pull the channel? They're even doing that now, pulling channels so you can't even upload. And surprisingly, one of the people that did out the boy was someone who actually was pulled from social media. She cannot do PayPal. Her channel on I think Facebook and some other social media was actually, her account was pulled. So she has no means to make income. She said this was her bread and butter. But now this same person outed this teenage boy because his belief in that we have a right to have arms. So it's like, what is it? It's like one person saying, I believe in this and that, and then you get screwed too. Wow, I guess that's karma. Karma, you do this, and then it has its consequence. So the same freedom that she wants, she doesn't want someone else to have it. So we all make excuse. Some people might say, well, we don't believe so and so should have the right to do that. And then the other person might think, well, you don't have the right to do that. So it's like a cat and mouse going back and forth, back and forth. And I'm not about going back and forth. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. This is Spirit Journey channel, and again, I show my progression, or maybe some might even see digression, but either way, it's my journey, and it's about my enlightenment. And I know along the way that I make mistakes. So, yeah, we all make mistakes. And I really want to reevaluate all this, how I really want to live my life right now. I do enjoy watching videos, but now it doesn't have the same feel anymore. It's like going around in a circle. Yeah. So again, this summer just started just a couple of days ago, and maybe just spend this time this summer just kind of like detoxing again from social media. Get me together. So this is all that I can really think of right now. But I felt it was important to share, to explain why I wasn't putting out videos. Again, my channel was blocked for a while. My channel's not pulled, but I was withheld from being able to upload onto YouTube and things like that. So that's what happened to me. And yeah, so whether you're young or old, be careful what you put out there, especially if you have children. That's another thing I wanted to say. You have young children and they're posting, start to invest, look on what your children are putting out there and let them know that, hey, this kid who got into Harvard school is considered one of the top schools in the nation, and here he got it initially accepted, and then they found out about his social media content, and they pulled his application. It can happen to you, and if it's not just schools, he goes further than just school. What if it's a job? Did you know also that jobs are also investigating social media content? Yeah. I told a relative about this. In fact, a family member, not relative, a family member about this, and for them to warn about their children. So it's not just schools, it's going to be jobs. What if military? They can also do that with military. Hey, you said this on social media, you can't join the military. Or, hey, we're going to kick you out of the military because of this post that we found. See that? So all these things that this social media was, it was a fun thing to go on, and then it became a monster. It could ruin lives overnight. Something that was a childhood innocence, naivety, and it can ruin your whole life. So hear about getting jobs, keeping a job. Let's say you already have a job and they kick you out. Schools, it can tarnish you. and carry you. Wow, this social media thing. Yeah, I think this is like Big Brother. It seemed really innocent, and then it rose its ugly head. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing now, and it's spooky, and I don't like it. So that's all that I can think of right now, and I hope you all take this to heart and really evaluate the things that's happening on social media, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And if you have children, teach your children, hey, be careful what you say. And you can even delete what you say, but sometimes people do a snapshot before you pulled it down or something, and it never I was told that it never leaves social media. It's always there on file, even though you might physically remove it. It's on file somewhere, and they may be using it to blackmail you in the future. So this is freedom, okay? I guess that's what they want to call it, freedom. I don't like it at all. So yeah, let me get going now. But I thank you all for watching, and I hope the what I shared made sense to you. And I know that not everyone's going to agree. Again, I'm not doing this video to condone potty mouth or using the N word or insulting uh, people's religion or saying pejoratives about females. It's not about that, but it's about how things are, the tide is turning and it's being used to destroy you. Okay? So thank you again for watching and enjoy. And I'll try to get the remainder videos that I was meaning to upload. And then I think I'm going to take a breather for a while or just do live streams. Okay? Thank you again. Peace and joy to you. This is Spirit Journey signing off. Bye bye.